Hello and welcome to the programme. So we are at Kyiv Media Week, the biggest media forum in Central and Eastern Europe, and I'm pleased to say joining us right now is Mirela Nastase. She is the drama director at ZDFE. So you're representing ZDF Productions here, and you work sort of across the French-speaking region and Ukraine, Russia, and the CIS. So what brings you to this festival, and what have you seen so far that's particularly interesting?
Well, what brings me is the fact that we've bought the distribution rights, the international distribution rights for an Ukrainian series, 100% produced in Ukraine, called Hide and Seek. And also the fact that we want to be more and more in touch and doing business with the TV channels and selling them content from our catalog.
Now, this particular series, Hide and Seek, sounds very interesting. It's an 8-part crime series. What is it about this particular production that excites you almost and is interesting for your channel and yours, not for the channels you represent, but also for the production company?
Well, it's both a very kind of rational and very passionate decision. The rational is that we're trying to diversify our catalog that was until now very focused on Northern Europe, Western Europe, and now we're trying to look for production in the East and in the South of Europe and kind of offer our clients around the world, TV channels and platforms, a more diversified content. And the passion in this decision is the fact that I believe very much in the quality of production in Eastern Europe being equally as good as the Western
That's interesting,
European
because
production.
Not a lot of people would know that, probably. They would think that the polished versions would be seen usually in Western Europe, particularly in Germany.
Yeah, because they're very mature markets and they have been producing since years, and the industries and the talent are all kind of really mature. And in Eastern Europe, we have been producing, television and cinema since quite some time. It's just that the productions haven't traveled as much. They probably just stay mostly locally. But because in Eastern Europe, there is an exchange of talent in between cinema and television, it just makes television series production so much more exciting because you have a cinematographic look to the TV series.
And that makes it particularly exciting. I think it's very different. And
it is.
It must be quite difficult in your position, because at the moment there's so much good crime drama out there. So if you're a buyer or you're selling these productions, what are you looking for? What gives a documentary a particular edge? Do you have to watch it first, for instance, and you make a gut judgment? Or?
Well, very often, we need to watch it, but we also, in order to buy the distribution rights, we actually read a lot of scripts, so we don't see everything. So we need to kind of trust the producers that they will deliver, an excellent TV series. In this case, I have read scripts and I have watched a mood teaser for the series. And because you were asking how can you choose a series in between so many crime series, well, we kind of looked at the talent and we kind of looked, this is a crime series, this is an investigation of disappeared kids with two main detectives investigating. Anything special about it? It sounds quite classic as a story. But then when we looked at the talent that they attached, we looked at the cast that they chose, we looked at the DOP, at the director, and we looked at the exact aesthetics that they wanted to get to, then we were convinced that the entire package will make a really beautiful TV series, not only just a crime series.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing as well, because they were talking about child disappearance, which usually is looked at from the sort of judicial point of view, but in this series it's more from the psychological point of view as well. So
psychological and moral, because this is not only an investigation where you investigate a case and you kind of get to a result, but you kind of investigate the society that led to that disappearance, that led to that case, and not investigate, but observe the lives of everyone involved. So observe the lives of the detectives and how their life is changed while investigating this case.
Which is something that you don't really see in sort of the more traditional crime dramas.
No, in traditional, what you call procedural, you're very much focused on, what's happening, what's the case, how are we solving the case. But in here, in this particular series, in Hide and Seek, everything becomes very, very personal. The case becomes very, very personal.
So, I mean, that's one example of a project that you're involved in as well as in terms of selling. But what brings you to Kyiv Media Week? What are you looking, and your production company, what are they looking to do in Ukraine? Are they looking for more partners in the particular spheres, or just in general?
In general, we're looking to be working with the TV channels here more, because we haven't in the past as much. We work with a lot of TV channels in the entire Eastern Europe, but less in Ukraine. So it was an opportunity to get to know them and to just to spend a bit more time with them, so we can work together. How we will work, that will be, to be seen in the future. But now I think it was just a good time to get a proper introduction, and also to learn more about the market, because from the distance, you can read things in the press or listen to people, but it's always good to be in the middle of it and kind of take a look at the society that produces this TV series, or the society where this TV channels air, and like this you understand way better.
And probably meet the people as well, and know their thoughts and that sort of thing.
Exactly. So it's half like a sort of self-education about the market in Ukraine, and half obviously just looking for new business with the TV channels and the production companies.
Perfect. One final question. I know you have to rush off. What's your favorite thing about Kyiv so far?
My favorite thing about Kyiv, and I haven't seen that much because I had long days with meetings and lunches and events, but I love the mix of the architecture. And my Austrian colleague from ORF, she was saying, oh my God, this is such a crazy mix of architectures. But I'm a big fan of that. I love that,
Oh, perfect. Well, hopefully we'll see you back here again next year. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that was Mirela Nastase. She is the drama director ZDFE from Germany. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more here on UATV.